Hello, tech enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that feels like it's straight out of science fiction, but is, in fact, closer to reality than ever before. Can robots feel emotions? We've all seen robots in movies that seem to understand and respond to human emotions. Robots that can express empathy, offer comfort, and even engage in meaningful conversations. But is this possible in real life? Can robots ever truly feel? Or is it all just advanced programming? In this video, we'll explore the exciting advancements in emotional AI, how robots are beginning to detect, simulate, and respond to human emotions, and what this means for industries like customer service, healthcare, and caregiving. We'll also dive into the ethical questions. Should robots be allowed to simulate emotions? What are the potential consequences? By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the current state of emotional AI, but also have some food for thought on where this technology might take us. Buckle up, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster, pun intended. Part 1. Understanding emotional AI, what it is and how it works. Let's start by breaking down what emotional AI actually is. Emotional AI, also known as affective computing, refers to systems and robots that can detect, interpret, and simulate human emotions. It's about teaching machines to understand our feelings through facial expressions, body language, voice tone, and even text-based communications. Unlike basic AI, which focuses on logical decision-making or data analysis, emotional AI is about mimicking human empathy and building more engaging, human-like interactions. But how is this even possible? 1. Emotional detection. How robots read human emotions. The first step in building emotional AI is teaching machines to recognize human emotions. This is done through a combination of facial recognition software, voice analysis, and natural language processing, NLP. Facial recognition. AI systems can be trained to analyze facial muscles, eye movements, and expressions to determine a person's emotional state. For example, when you smile, your facial muscles activate in specific ways, which AI can detect and interpret as happiness. Voice analysis. The tone, pitch, and speed of your voice provide important emotional cues. AI can analyze these voice patterns to determine if someone is happy, stressed, sad, or angry. For example, a higher-pitched voice might indicate excitement or anxiety, while a slower tone could suggest sadness. Natural language processing, NLP. AI can also detect emotions through the words we use and how we structure our sentences. For example, if someone is using words like frustrated or upset, or expressing negative sentiments, an AI system can pick up on that emotional context. All of these tools combined allow robots and AI systems to read and understand human emotions. They can respond appropriately, either by mimicking empathy or adjusting their behavior to the situation. 2. Emotional simulation. Can robots really feel? The next part of emotional AI is about simulation, teaching robots to exhibit emotions, even though they don't actually experience them the way humans do. This is where things get a little more philosophical. Robots don't have feelings in the biological sense. They don't have nervous systems or hormonal responses. Instead, they rely on algorithms to mimic emotional responses. For example, a robot in a customer service role might detect that a customer is upset and respond with phrases like, "I'm sorry to hear that. Let me help you resolve the issue." These responses are pre-programmed based on certain triggers, such as tone of voice or specific keywords. While the robot isn't feeling empathy, it's programmed to simulate it, which can be just as effective in some scenarios, especially in customer service or care settings. However, this raises an interesting question. Does it matter whether a robot is truly feeling emotions if it's capable of mimicking them well enough? For many people, the answer might be no. As long as the robot can respond in a way that feels emotionally supportive, it doesn't really matter what's happening behind the scenes. Or does it? Part 2. Emotional AI in action. Real-world applications. Now that we understand the basics of emotional AI, let's take a look at some real-world applications where this technology is already being used. You might be surprised to learn that emotional AI isn't just some futuristic concept. It's already being integrated into everyday tools, particularly in industries like customer service and healthcare. 1. Emotional AI in customer service. One of the most common places where emotional AI is being used is in customer service. Think about your last interaction with a customer service bot or virtual assistant. Did it respond in a way that seemed empathetic or understanding of your emotional state? If so, that's likely thanks to emotional AI. Many companies are now using AI chatbots and virtual assistants that can detect frustration or dissatisfaction in a customer's voice or text and adjust their responses accordingly. For example, if a customer is speaking in an angry tone, the AI might respond with calming, empathetic language like, I understand this must be frustrating for you. Let me see how I can help resolve this issue quickly. On the other hand, if a customer seems happy or satisfied, the AI might engage in more positive, upbeat dialogue, reinforcing that good experience. By simulating human empathy, these systems aim to create more satisfying customer interactions, even when no human is involved. This can lead to better customer retention, as people tend to appreciate feeling understood and respected, even by a machine. 2. Emotional AI in healthcare and elderly care. Another important use case for emotional AI is in healthcare and elderly care, where emotional well-being is just as important as physical health. Robots like CareBot and Pepper are designed to assist elderly patients not just with physical tasks, but with emotional support as well. Imagine a robot that can tell when an elderly patient is feeling lonely, sad, or anxious. By detecting these emotions, the robot could engage the patient in conversation, offer comforting words, or even suggest relaxing activities like listening to music or taking a walk. For many elderly individuals who live alone or suffer from conditions like dementia, having a companion robot that can simulate empathy can make a huge difference in their quality of life. These robots can also help relieve some of the burden on human caregivers, allowing them to focus on more complex tasks while the robot provides emotional support. 3. Emotional AI in therapy and mental health. We're also seeing emotional AI being used in mental health applications, particularly in therapy. AI-powered chatbots like Wobot or Wisa are designed to help users manage their mental health by offering emotionally intelligent responses. These chatbots can detect when someone is feeling anxious, stressed, or depressed, and provide coping strategies or just a listening ear. While these chatbots don't replace human therapists, they can offer immediate support in moments of emotional distress, acting as a bridge between therapy sessions. Some people find it easier to talk to a robot about their feelings, especially if they're dealing with stigma or anxiety around mental health. Part 3. Ethical considerations. Should robots simulate emotions? As exciting as emotional AI is, it also comes with a host of ethical questions. If robots can simulate emotions well enough to fool humans, should they? What are the potential risks of creating machines that appear to feel but don't actually? 1. Deception. Is it ethical to simulate empathy? One of the biggest concerns with emotional AI is the potential for deception. If a robot can simulate empathy and emotional understanding, it might be easy for people to forget that the robot doesn't actually feel anything. This could lead to people forming emotional attachments to machines, believing that they are interacting with something that truly understands them. This raises the question, is it ethical to create robots that deceive people into thinking they are experiencing genuine emotional connection? Some argue that it's no different from how we interact with pets, who don't truly understand human emotions, but can still provide emotional comfort. Others, however, worry that relying too much on machines for emotional support could lead to social isolation, with people turning to robots instead of human relationships. 2. Emotional AI in vulnerable populations. Another ethical concern is the use of emotional AI with vulnerable populations, such as children, the elderly, or individuals with cognitive impairments. These groups might be more likely to form attachments to robots or rely on them for emotional support, potentially leading to issues around dependency or manipulation. For example, if a child becomes emotionally attached to a robot that simulates love or friendship, what happens when the child realizes that the robot's feelings aren't real? Could this lead to feelings of betrayal or confusion? Similarly, in elderly care, if robots like CareBot become the primary emotional support for patients, there's a risk that human caregivers might disengage, assuming the robot is fulfilling that role. This could lead to emotional neglect, even if the robot is doing its best to provide emotional support. 3. The impact on human relationships. Finally, there's the broader question of how emotional AI might affect human relationships. As robots become more capable of simulating emotions, will people start to prefer interactions with robots over humans? After all, robots don't judge, don't get tired, and don't make mistakes in their emotional responses. This could lead to people avoiding complex human relationships in favor of easier, more predictable interactions with machines. On the other hand, some experts argue that emotional AI could actually enhance human relationships by taking over some of the more mundane emotional tasks, allowing people to focus on deeper, more meaningful connections. Part 4. The future of emotional AI. What's next? So where do we go from here? What does the future of emotional AI look like, and how far could it go? 1. The rise of personal emotional assistants. We're already seeing emotional AI being integrated into virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa. But what if these systems could become more emotionally intelligent? Imagine a personal assistant that not only understands your calendar and reminders but also picks up on your emotional state. For example, if you're feeling stressed, your emotional AI assistant could suggest a calming playlist, remind you to take a break, or offer encouraging words. These systems could also help people manage their mental health by providing ongoing emotional support and tracking their emotional well-being over time. 2. Emotional AI in social robotics. In the future, we might also see emotional AI being used in social robotics, where robots act as companions or partners in daily life. These robots could offer emotional companionship, particularly for people who live alone or struggle with loneliness. For example, robots could be designed to mimic emotional feedback during conversations, offering empathetic responses and helping users feel more connected. These robots might also be used in dating or friendship applications, simulating emotional connection as a way to help people practice their social skills or build confidence before entering real relationships. 3. Emotional AI in creative industries. Emotional AI might also have applications in creative industries like film, music, and gaming. Imagine a video game where the characters can respond to your emotional state, adjusting the storyline or gameplay based on how you're feeling. Or consider AI-powered tools that help musicians and filmmakers create emotionally resonant content by analyzing audience reactions and suggesting ways to evoke specific emotions. This could lead to more immersive and emotionally powerful experiences in entertainment. Conclusion: the emotional future of AI. So, can robots feel? The short answer is no, not in the way humans do. But they can detect and simulate emotions well enough to change how we interact with them and potentially with each other. Emotional AI is an incredibly exciting field with huge potential for positive change, especially in industries like healthcare, customer service, and caregiving. However, it also comes with important ethical questions about the role of robots in our emotional lives. As we move into a future where robots are increasingly capable of simulating empathy and emotional connection, we'll need to carefully consider the implications for human relationships, mental health, and society as a whole. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey into the world of AI. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of technology, AI, and robotics. See you in the next video.